For centuries, humanity has been obsessed with the idea of soulmates. Whether it's Romeo and Juliet, who knew each other for 3 days, by the way, or that adorable elderly couple who still holds hands after 50 years, we want to believe that there is one perfect person meant for us. But is that just Hollywood brainwashing us, or does psychology back up the concept of soulmates? Let's dive into the science and psychology to figure out the truth. The origins of the soulmate theory. Blame Plato. The idea of soulmates dates back to Plato's Symposium, where he suggests that humans were once these four-legged, four-armed beings, think a human spider but way cuter, who were split in half by Zeus, leaving us forever searching for our other half. Thanks, Zeus. Because of this myth, many of us wander around life looking for someone to complete us, as if we aren't whole people by ourselves. But psychology says otherwise. You are already a full, functioning human, and a soulmate should be an addition, not a missing piece. The science of attraction, chemistry, or destiny. Ever met someone and instantly felt butterflies, fireworks, or that weird sensation like you've known them forever? Science calls this chemistry, and no, it's not necessarily fate, it's just your brain flooding you with dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, the same chemicals responsible for making chocolate and puppies so addictive. These hormones trick you into thinking, this is the one, but in reality, they're just helping you bond. This doesn't mean your love isn't real. It just means that your brain is a hopeless romantic who loves drama. Soulmates versus compatibility. What really matters? Problem with the soulmate theory is that it assumes there is only one person for you, which is a bit terrifying considering the world has 8 billion people and most of them don't even live in your zip code. Psychologists argue that compatibility is far more important than some magical cosmic connection. Think of it this way: your soulmate could be someone who finishes your sentences, but what if they also leave dirty dishes in the sink and snore like a chainsaw? Instead of searching for an impossibly perfect match, psychology suggests looking for shared values, emotional intelligence, and mutual respect. Those are the things that truly determine relationship success. Love at first sight, cute or completely irrational? We've all heard when you know, but is love at first sight real or just a marketing strategy for rom-coms? Psychologists say it's mostly lust at first sight. Our brains are wired to make snap judgments about potential partners based on looks, body language, and even scent. In reality, true love takes time, effort, and a mutual decision to choose each other every day. Love at first sight may feel magical, but it's like judging a book by its cover. Sure, the cover might be nice, but have you read the actual story? The idea of multiple soulmates. Yes, you can have more than one. One of the biggest flaws in the soulmate myth is the idea that you only get one shot at true love. That's a lot of pressure. What happens if your soulmate was born in 14th century France? Oops. Guess you're out of luck. Psychologists suggest that we can have multiple soulmates throughout our lives, including romantic partners, best friends, and even family members. A soulmate is just someone who deeply connects with you, challenges you, and helps you grow, not necessarily someone assigned to you at birth. The role of timing in love. Sometimes it's just bad luck. Ever met someone and thought, if only we met at a different time? Love isn't just about chemistry, it's also about timing, maturity, and where you both are in life. A person might feel like your perfect match, but if they're moving to another country, emotionally unavailable, or still obsessed with their ex, it doesn't matter how strong your connection is. Psychologists say that successful relationships happen when two people are emotionally ready for love, not when fate randomly throws two attractive people together. The self-fulfilling prophecy of soulmates. Believing in soulmates isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can actually make relationships stronger. Research suggests that when people believe they are meant to be, they work harder to overcome problems rather than giving up at the first sign of trouble. However, this can also backfire if people assume that their soulmate will be effortless and that real relationships shouldn't require work. The truth? Every relationship, even with a so-called soulmate, requires effort, patience, and a willingness to communicate. The psychology of choosing a partner. It's not just fate, it's science. While we love to think love is a magical force beyond our control, psychology suggests that we subconsciously choose partners based on familiarity, attachment styles, and past experiences. For example, if you grew up in a home full of laughter, you might be drawn to people who share that warmth. If you had a difficult childhood, you might unknowingly seek partners who mimic those early experiences, even if they aren't good for you. In short, your soulmate might actually be someone your brain recognizes as familiar. The good news? You have control over who you choose to love. Instead of waiting for destiny to drop the perfect person in your lap, you can actively work on choosing someone who makes your life better. So, do soulmates exist? The answer? Yes and no. Not in the one perfect person in the universe kind of way, but in the deep, meaningful connections with the right people at the right time kind of way. Instead of searching for someone to complete you, focus on becoming whole yourself. Love isn't about waiting for fate. It's about making a conscious choice to build something real with someone who chooses you back. And hey, if you find someone who laughs at your bad jokes, steals your fries, and still loves you at your worst, hold on to them. Whether they're a soulmate or just an incredible human being, that's pretty great.